And already VP stacking up things pretty aggressively inside, looking to try and attack on the A site and get the bomb down relatively, or pardon me, on the B site and get the bomb down relatively early. Smokes are delaying their attempt to make an entry though. And it looks like Neo is going to be the early aggressor. He's all the way across, looking toward upper. And interestingly enough, although they were all there to begin with, NiP's fallen back to A. And it's timing is a virtue. And it looks like finally VP will head down the ramp. They're going to throw out some close splashes and do everything they can as we await the rotations. Fifflaren's going to be down low here, coming out of Z Hall. He's going to try and find one, gets a shot onto snax. There's your first blood of NAP number 2, and he's still hunting for more as he fires away. Get right up on the upper side of the site. Takes down Neo, so already 3 down for VP, but they do manage to get a plant, and that means things are looking good. Pasha, last man remaining. He's upper, and it's looking bad for him. They're going to get one on the defuse already. They'll work up slowly, get right, works up the ladder, but Pasha gets him inadvertently as he continues to fire away. And Fifflaren and friberg finally takes down Pasha. 1-0 NiP. Dustin, it's Train. What do you expect?
Well, I mean, historically, Train was always kind of NiP's best map. I guess Nuke is probably their best map now, but it used to be Train, and a lot of people still don't like to play NiP on Train. They're still very strong at it. But in fact, at Copenhagen Games and at Star Series, which were the 2 events that NiP were actually able to beat Virtus.Pro on after Katowice, they did play Train in both those sets, and even when NiP won them, they still did lose on Train. VP actually beat them 16-12 at Copenhagen Games, and at Star Series it was 16-10 in favor of VP. So if the pattern continues, it would be, what, 16-8 VP? I don't know. But NiP opened up with the pistol round there, and they're looking pretty decent so far in this round as well, as Get Right storms through the ladder room here, trying to swarm their way in to prevent this outer take from VP. And so far they are shutting it down pretty well. byali did pick up an M4, but Fifflaren quickly takes him out, and so now it's just Pasha with the CZ in a 1-on-3. So he will be working his way over to the T connector here. He does have 21 HP, and Xizt is just waiting for him. He'll try to run hell, but Fifflaren will be waiting for him at Ivy with the M4, and so it will be a quick 2-0 for NiP.
Absolutely. First blood actually did go to the CC75, and I thought for a second we might see yet another eco. Not to be, but look out. It's round number 3, and based on the amount of frags and that bomb plan I talked about in the pistol round, they will be buying guns on the Virtus.Pro side. So 5 AKs on the board against an op, though, for Fifflaren, and we'll see exactly where he's going to head, probably right to Z. See if he can spot up anyone through mid. Unable to do it quite like 1.6. There's not a direct line of sight, but as you can see, he will see their feet as they run by. No one heading that direction, though. Decoys outer, inner already getting aggressive. As you can see, Get Right caught out by Neo right now. He got past him through that smoke, and now they'll work into the site. He was the only one there. Fifflaren's actually going to have to rotate onto Z Hall, and that smoke will prohibit him from getting a shot onto lower. Neo's going to get the frag on him as well. So good entry by VP onto the site.
Yeah, so the bomb is going to get planted here, and it looks like NiP might just try to see if they can't press through and hold on to these guns. Xizt tried to press into T-spawn, but Pasha's going to catch him. We do have, I believe that's Forest in actually towards the heaven there at Z connector, and friberg just presses through Ivy. So they're really just trying to hold to these guns. They're going to concede this round, and VP does a great job. Now, I don't know what to expect the rest of this game. Like I said, VP has won the last couple of times that they've met on this map, but NiP has been known to learn from their mistakes against teams when they lose on maps and come back and get them the next time around. So I'm not sure which we will see, whether VP will continue their train streak or whether NiP will have learned from those 2 losses and come out on top here, but they definitely want to. And the reason why is this, is think about it this way, and this is like the story people may have not said yet, but it's the obvious one. It's the John Madden story, so to speak. Whoever loses this goes home at 5th, 6th place, and that is not where...
Not all what you would have expected coming over here. Not for either these 2 teams.
They were predicted to be top 3. I thought they were going to be top 3. I thought they were going to be 1-2 or something like that.
Well, North America has definitely shown that they are ready and capable. Complexity putting all their demons to bed after a really shaky online season. And they're currently in the upper bracket with iBuyPower over on the mainstream. But right now, it's the game everyone wants to see. Virtus.Pro, Ninjas in Pajamas, an absolute knockout matchup. And it's already 1-0 Virtus.Pro. 2-1 in this matchup, though, as Virtus.Pro finally claw their way back into it. And again, with those 5 AKs, they'll be going against NiP's pistols, trying to get even more on the board. Pasha's going to get the first strike. byali's going to fall back a little bit. Watch out, Xizt is in behind. But as I say that, Neo gets one, and byali closes out on him. So Pasha with the hat trick, and the help of 2 teammates will tie the game up very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, VP, of course, just kind of cleaning up that round. I mean, it was a save for NiP, so that was kind of expected. And now NiP is actually kind of forcing it here a bit. I mean, they're going to have an op on Fry. Well, an op is going to be dropped to Fifflaren, and it's going to be 2 M4s, 2 FAMASs, so not quite the full buy you would want, but they know they need to contend immediately. They do not want to let VP get momentum going. On T-side train, I mean, this is supposed to be a pretty highly CT-sided map, but VP already equalizing it pretty quickly to 2 score line, and so we just have to see what happens here. So far, nothing too crazy just yet. Neo making a little bit of noise towards the inner halls with a little bit of help there from Taz. Bomb is actually still dropped towards T-spawn while we see a couple of players that is going to be Byali and Pasha just kind of working towards Ivy, seeing if they can't get some kind of pick. Fifflaren will be there with the op, but unable to connect, and so that is how things are starting off right now.
Absolutely, yeah. Patience again is the name of the game. They're going to just look at the T's as you can see them on the outside of the minimap, fanned out in every possible angle. Pasha gets the first frag, as he's done so many times in this matchup over the 2 maps already. The bomb was all the way back towards spawn. It will be picked up, and that's going to go right through middle. So watch the entry now as snax gets in. Forrest immediately responds into him as Neo is going to try and pop out and avenge his teammate's death. Pasha gets one more. Good for him. Another multi-kill round, and it's all on Forrest and Get Right to try and slow down VP. Pasha with a hat trick for the 2nd straight round. And actually, Forrest is going to go ahead and commit suicide and just say, forget it, pack it in, we're going to go on to the next one. And VP, 3 unanswered, claw their way firmly back in. And it's on the back of all AKs. No op on the board yet for them.
There's no need for it yet. I mean, look at the bank that Pasha and Byali have, though. I mean, and even Neo up there pretty well as also. So, of course, NiP kind of, you know, going for a broken buy in the last round with some FAMASs are going to be forced to just full save here so they can try to contend in the next round. So, a great chance for VP to continue in the lead here as snax comes out mid for a bit. Going to spot one there on top of the ladder train, just kind of fall back and make that call to his teammate here, which is going to be Taz, who is by the ladder room. Meanwhile, we are going to see some aggression over at Ivy, but friberg is going to be here up close with the 250, but not able to accomplish anything. Byali takes him down. Xizt on the Byali. Good trade here. Forrest actually boosted in the corner, and I don't think he's been spotted. Let's get on Forrest here really quick. That's another one. Oh, he gets caught. Never mind. Thought maybe he might get a surprise frag, but Neo and company clear that out. Fifflaren trying to do something, but, I mean, when you only have pistols, there's not a whole lot you can do. But they still did quite a bit of damage. I mean, they took 3 players down, but there is certainly enough bank on VP not to really worry about that a whole lot. But look at this. Forrest with an auto sniper. Fifflaren with an op. friberg with an op. And there goes straight from 5 rounds up to triple sniper.
I jokingly said to Fifflaren when we were talking before the match, I said, who picked Train? He said, we did. And I said, oh, you guys love your auto snipers on that map. And he just smiled at me and walked away. So
it's
no
also,
surprise.
I've noticed Xizt will pick it up when this team's behind as like a desperation weapon at times too. We saw that a couple times yesterday, in fact. But yeah, triple sniper, this is like one of the maps where you can get away with it, you know?
friberg's going to make good use of his op as well, taking down Pasha at long. A little bit of action inner, meanwhile, though, as Get Right saw 2 cross through the smoke. Did get a little bit of damage onto Neo, who, as you can see, is down to 10 HP. And Byali is sitting on 52, so a good delay strategy going on inside by Get Right. The bomb is slowly working in that direction, and also supporting him is Forrest, like you say, with that auto sniper. And if anyone goes down that ramp, oh, I dare you. I dare you to walk down there right now, Taz. Actually, pardon me, that snax, if he walks down there, he's immediately going to get taken down. He heard you. Get Right is going to have an awkward situation, though, as smokes and flashes come out from both sides. He's not sure which way to look. Snax has actually worked his way onto the site. Byali's going to get the frag. Forrest, though, with that auto sniper, did get one. And Taz works up and gets his head taken off as well. Fifflaren now, with the op, is going to head up to upper as Byali manages to find Xizt. So still a 3 versus 2 situation in favor of NiP, and they do get the bomb down. So good work here by Neo and Byali. A nice shot, as they will get one more. But man, Forrest still lurking with this auto sniper. Always a threat when it's on the board.
Yeah, it's a 2-on-2. That's a tough part, but Forrest does land on Byali, so now it's all up to Neo. 1-on-2. He's going to get pressed in by 2 snipers at close range, and he's able to shoot at friberg, but he misses a lot of shots there. Tries to pop flash and repeat friberg, but friberg going to get the help from Forrest to finish it.
Auto sniper quad.
Yeah, and there was that situation where you thought maybe, just maybe, in that 2 versus 2, since the 2 remaining NiP players had snipers, that, you know, VP could make something happen since it was a post-plant situation, but you know, they just rushed up on him up close with the auto sniper and still got it in there. And like you said, Forrest had a 4K round. But here's the interesting thing. How does VP respond? They now know that NiP is going to be sniper heavy. I think that they kind of lost one of them there, so I think maybe they only have 2 now. I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
it looks like they only have 2.
Yeah, so they stick with Fifflaren and the op and Forrest on the auto. So yeah, they did lose one of the three, but still lots of firepower. This is where I expected them to play the auto sniper last time, because it's such a linear spot, and they just walk out. He can mow them down. In fact, he only got one shot on Taz, interestingly enough, and the second player manages to get by. But Forrest nails byali through the smoke. Watch out though, Taz currently planting the bomb, and Neo's come down from the ladder, so they've fully taken the outside site. Despite the two players up in heaven right there, Fifflaren's going to take down Taz, who remains get right on the board here, trying to find out exactly where Pasha is, as Fifflaren is going to get one more frag with that up. So the snipers remain heavy yet again. And they will try and get a defuse here. Get right covering off his teammate. Will take down Pasha. That's going to be one more round for NiP. They'll tie it up 4-4 now our score. And once again, it's as close as you'd like it to be against these two teams.
Yeah, 4-4 score line, but that auto sniper did not get recollected. So only Fifflaren holds on to the op, and the rest of the team will just have to make do with rifles. So they have gradually lost that opening really high sniper count, as they now only have it on Fifflaren. And actually, Pasha will now pick up a sniper for the first time for Virtus.Pro. And so we'll just kind of have that op duel possibly here at Ivy, which is where we have seen Fifflaren with the op in the past. So he will not be there this time. It'll in fact be forcing friberg there. Fifflaren will actually be across the map.
byali's going to go ahead and be the one with the aggression, though, for VP. Tries to get through those smokes. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Forrest and friberg managing to mow everyone down, except for byali, who was at the front of the queue. And somehow he stays alive, but he is in a 1v4 situation, so things not at all looking good, as he will try and peek out, and it's just overwhelming. He didn't know which way to look. Forrest gets the frag, and NiP get one more round. 5 for them now on the CT side, and looking quite comfortable, actually.
Yeah, it seems like they've come to their own here on the CT side. I mean, Virtus.Pro certainly has done pretty well for themselves, and I would say that NiP's still not out of the woods yet. I mean, a few more rounds from Virtus.Pro on the T side, I mean, could be enough to still, as long as they play their CT cards right, to still be able to take this. So I don't think NiP is completely safe yet, but they have to at least be building some confidence now as they're starting to win some rounds and put things together here.
Absolutely. Forrest going to try and climb up into the T-sided heaven. See if he can just sit there. Oh, byali finds get right on an entry into B. Good play by him. And now it's Fifflaren to go down as well. And they'll just make sure they cover off all the entries. Xizt is going to get one in response as the rotations come in from Z. And Xizt is going to be the furthest one inside the site, looking for the back alley. No, Neo's there with an op in return. And friberg is going to have to be very, very, very aggressive if he wants to push through these smokes and flashes. Tries to find Taz. Can't do it. He's down to 5 HP. Forrest, meanwhile, on the opposite side of the site, says, I'm out of here. Let's hold hands and skip out Mary Poppins style and see if we can stay alive.
I don't know if they're skipping, but they're certainly hopping.
Well, either way, they want to hold on to whatever firepower they can, because VP has answered the call. 2 unanswered, no way. They're going to tie it up again at 5. And byali's entry frag was beautiful on get right.
Yeah, so VP trying to get revenge back. They want to go back to those Katowice days of being able to beat NiP after suffering losses at Copenhagen and Star Series. They want to come back. And I also had, while they didn't meet heads-to-head, VP did certainly have a tough time at DreamHack Summer, which is the most recent LAN that these teams were at before this event. So VP wants to prove that, hey, we are not on that downward trajectory people are talking about. We still are a contender, and we still can put it up against top teams like NiP, and they're doing a great job so far in this set, and particularly this map.
Smokes and flashes, well timed to allow Neo to cross onto the upper side of the site. Get right down below is aware of it, splashes him and just pushes him back a little bit. But the inner aggression was strong early on. They're actually going to drop the bomb, as you can see right here, in between the 2 entry points, which means they're pretty much committed to be early on. And interestingly, they're kind of wise to the fact that Get Right's the only one directly inside the site. Fifflaren supports with a sniper from Z. And he's actually going to rotate through CT right now, or at least the backside of the site, and get up onto the upper ramp. So that gives them a little bit more firepower. byali tries to... Get right gets it. I thought that smoke was going to bounce off the edge. It actually stays up there. Snax gets a frag in response. Fifflaren, though, keep it on him here as he tries to take down Taz. They are going to get the plant. 4-on-4 still our situation. Snax finds Xizt. So an advantage here for VP.
Yeah, we're going to see the bomb get planted. VP in a 4-on-3. Let's see if NiP tries to go for it here. They're trying to look for picks. friberg's pressed up on the bomb train. Taz is going to be right there in front of him. There's 2 on the lower ramp as well defending. Taz going to get the kill onto Forrest. Fifflaren trying to look for something with this op, but he's not finding it. Taz continues to do damage here to NiP, and then snax will finish it off as they will extend their lead. Now, as you can see, they are pumped up there in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen as they will now take the lead at 6-5, and it's looking rough for NiP. As of course they are going to either be, oh, they're forcing it. Yeah, I was kind of wondering if they were going to save or if they were going to force. They had enough money on a couple players. Dual ops to swag 7, yeah. And NiP's known for this. They'll just go ahead and buy. They want to contend. If they can buy, they'll just keep buying.
Absolutely. Xizt going to try and get very aggressive early, but oh no, VP's already there. That's going to hinder his ability to try and rush up. Meanwhile, Force does get a frag with that op, and that's going to slow things down for VP. snax is going to try and work through. Neo throws that op back toward him. They're actually just going to swap guns, see if they can get, yeah, okay, well, I don't know what they're doing anymore. I give up. But they're trying to figure out who wants to take the peek and try and get back into A. But Get Right is lurking and looming dark in the distance. Force, meanwhile, getting another shot there with that op from the A2 section of the map. friberg's going to take down byali. Xizt lurking again also there at A3. friberg still just sitting back. And it's all up to Neo and snax. They've got to claw their way back into this. Neo is the only one now, actually, as snax goes down as well. Does have the bomb, is what I was going to say. But he's also got 5 very, very talented NiP players in his way of victory.
Yeah, and I have to say, NiP has a knack for winning these types of rounds where it's like an unorthodox buy or they don't quite have full firepower across the board. I mean, we saw it even on Inferno, though they lost. There was a particular round where, you know, Get Right had the Nova at arch side mid and was able to make a huge play with 2 frags with it. And so they turned around where you don't think they have the best chance in the world due to having low firepower of still shocking you and coming up with a W. And that's another example of it right then and there to contend this map back to a 6-6 tie. So great job there from NiP. They collect 3 AKs, so they get to get free guns out of that as well. That was just like a great round for NiP to get back into this.
Yep, dual op setup. Force is going to be holding on to one of those, already heading up into heaven. As friberg at long is coming under fire from byali, and he misses on that quick scope, unable to take him down. He'll just throw a nade out, try and do any damage that he can as they continue to push through. And Pasha inside the smoke right now should be the main aggressor. He's been very good with his entries from this position on the map, as you can just see friberg trying to find the angle that he wants. All kinds of smokes out as the bomb is actually going to rotate all the way in this direction as well. Surprising they would put the bomb there as well. I thought they might try and pinch on it from mid, but with everyone still on the board and Xizt sitting up in T-side at heaven, not much they can do as things slow down after an early start to the round.
And just to give you a score update on map 2 of iBuyPower Cole, of course, iBuyPower 1 map 1. iBuyPower is up 12-5 on map number 2.
Oh, so friberg might get lit on fire here. He's going to fall back. He's not going to turn into a roasted marshmallow quite yet. As Pasha now with 1 entry frag already, looking for a second one, does huge damage to Forest. He gets taken down actually by snax in the end, but Get Right's going to respond with one of his own from the Z connector right now. byali takes down friberg, and it is all up to 2 NiP players against 4 VPs. And snax now with the bomb will try and put things down very easily here. As Get Right finds one more. Get Right looking for another one on top of the map, but no way, cannot find it. You got your mic there?
Yeah. I was trying to get a situation taken care of before we got trolled in front of a bunch of people, basically. So anyway, we find Virtus.Pro just extending the lead right back 7-6 here. We have another kind of unorthodox or broken buy for NiP, as they only have 3 rifles and a couple of upgraded pistols. And this time, VP's not going to let them skate away with it, it looks like, as Taz does get that opening frag. They do have control of the outer yard. Get Right and Fifflaren trying to rotate through Z, but they are smoked off. They're just going to barge right through it. Neo is going to be able to complete the plant, but NiP is right back at him here in this 3-on-3 situation. A great retake so far. Can they keep it up? byali is going to be at the E-box. Taz going to be at the ladder. byali peeks out, grabs one, but Get Right trades it to 2-on-2. Get Right gets another, and now it's all up to Taz with low HP. Hit the ladder train. Get Right taps the bomb, looking for Taz's feet under the train, not spotting it just yet. Taps the bomb again. Taz is going to come around. This time, Get Right is going to get off of it again and gets the frag. A quad kill for Get Right, and he is silencing those who have been critical of him here. He played a great first map, though they lost, and that was a great play by him to keep NiP in this, as it is now tied 7-all.
7-all on train. It's really all to play for. And VP is doing a pretty good job on the T side. It's interesting, and a more European style, they focus on B early in the round, whereas teams like United 5 like to smoke over from spawn and head straight to A. It's a little more patient, a little more passive, and it is working quite well. But when NiP lights up early frags, they don't lose rounds, and that's the case for pretty much all 7 that they've won. Here comes the inner push. Get right this time as for Fifflaren getting aggressive up there with him. Pasha finds friberg on the other side of the map. Again, that's on Ivy, so things are looking interesting. Watch out though, snax already pushed up at upper, and they actually choose to fall back.
Yeah, that bomb's been down at T-spawn the whole time. There was no commitment here by VP. They're just looking for picks, and they found one at Ivy, and so now they're reconsidering how they want to approach this round as byali does slip into the back halls, and he could get quite a surprise frag here, though the CT there guarding isn't. Look, let's switch number 1. That is going to be Forrest, but he does get taken out by byali and snax, who are attacking the Ivy here. And it looks like they are once again looking for this outer bomb site. Last time they got the bomb down, but got destroyed by the NiP retake. What happens this time, as we do have a 2-on-4 Get Right and Fifflaren up? Fifflaren seems to be on a flank through ladder, so he might actually be able to catch snax off guard. Meanwhile, Get Right gets the bomb down, taking out Taz, trying to span through. Neo's also very low here on the other side of that smoke. Let's get back over to Fifflaren, though. He has a nice little flank coming, but oh, it's going to get spotted out. Snax is on top of it here. He's on top of the ladder train, just waiting for Fifflaren. Fifflaren actually jumps the gap back towards ladder. Meanwhile, Get Right gets another frag. It makes it a 2-on-2. And this round is certainly getting interesting. Very back and forth, but the bomb does get planted, but Fifflaren finally makes it out. Get Right uses that chance as a distraction to come out and grab another frag. This is now 3 frags for Get Right. Can he get back-to-back quad kills to keep NiP in the game? Or will Fifflaren help him out? Get Right pressing through with the CZ. And that's back-to-back 4Ks for Get Right to keep NiP afloat. What a great job by him.
Not even just the frag ability, but his ability to play off his teammate and work and push together like that. Just distracting. And man, oh man, that is pro play at its finest. Get Right, man, we talked about it early. He said he's been in a slump. He's been anything but tonight. Playing absolutely beautiful right now. And actually, he just disconnected from the game, interestingly enough, as we hit our halftime. 8-7 our score. Things looking pretty good right now for both teams. I mean, there's a debate to be made for each. I saw impressive play, both defensively. And I think the key, like I said, is NiP getting early frags. They seem to absolutely, they don't seem to turn things around too much or give too much up once they get an early lead.
Yeah, I mean, this half has just been very back and forth. But, I mean, I guess if you look at it from a perspective of usually this map is fairly CT-sided, you would suspect that VP still has the advantage. But, I mean, after Get Right made 2 huge plays like that, you know, 2 back-to-back 4K rounds to keep, you know, NiP in the game and not allow Virtus.Pro to win the half, I mean, you got to wonder, you know, the morale and those types of things. Of course, you know, these teams at this level have plenty of composure, so I'm sure VP is totally fine.
So who in your opinion, is in the better position right now for the second half? Based
VP.
on, you'd say VP still?
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty CT-sided map. They got 7 rounds on T-side. That's nothing to be ashamed of. And even a lot of the rounds that they lost, they got a bomb plant. They just couldn't, you know, hold post plant. So it was just really losing their retakes was really their biggest issue. It wasn't executing. Their executes were totally fine. It was retakes that they seemed to have a problem. So you translate that back over to the CT side. In theory, you know, an execution's the same as a retake because you know, the tides turn once the bomb's down, so to speak. So it seemed like they were good with their movement and how they executed what they were trying to do. So maybe that'll translate to retakes as well in the second half. But I mean, it really will come down to the pistol round, I guess, to see who truly has the advantage. But in the back of my mind, though, recently we've seen NiP do really well in this match. I have to still say that VP is still in a comfortable position.
Yep. And like you say, on a CT-sided map, but NiP very strong, and this is their map choice. And they're going to need to be absolutely perfect. They're a map down already to Virtus.Pro. If they lose this one, they go home much, much earlier than anticipated in this tournament. That, mind you, that can be said for either team, like you said.
Either team, yeah.
And it's a nice, slow, passive push to the inner bomb site. Forrest is going to lead the way for NiP. The only defending player is snax as he lurks inside that smoke. He's going to fall back, nading up there, and he will catch out just for Fifflaren. And actually, friberg takes the bulk of the damage. byali gets the first frag. There it is, and now it's all coming up to snax, who's on the bottom of the bomb site. Gets one, gets a second beautiful shot onto Xizt. That drops the bomb. Get Right finds one for NiP, but that's the only one so far. And then Taz will take him down, 8-8. And with Virtus.Pro taking that pistol round, it gets even harder for NiP.
Yeah, I mean, if VP didn't have a more comfortable position before, that certainly tilts it for sure in them having the more comfortable position. They will go ahead and upgrade some of their guns. Neo, once again, with his trademark SMG, as you mentioned. That actually happened on Inferno as well. Snax actually has a Nova. And FAMAS's on byali and Pasha. Meanwhile, we see NiP. Look at this. Forrest has a Galil and small armor. And then we have upgraded pistols and head armor on, well, Xizt. And
Strong
then,
smoke execution on
unorthodox buys by NiP all series long, and it's worked for them every other time. Will it work for them again? So far, entry frag, but byali fights back with the Faman.
Good double by byali, still in a good position as well. They are going to try and get the bomb plant down. Snax is going to come in now with that Nova and see what he can do to the remaining NiP players, and it all falls on Get Right's shoulders right now. That bomb did go down, so things looking okay, at least money-wise, but Neo will close out for the round, and VP pick up yet another one. And yeah, looking very strong and very solid there from VP. byali just sitting up on top of the train, not even contested, managing to get that entry double, and that really slowed things down. And any chance NiP had with that unorthodox buy, like you said, was gone pretty much from the get-go.
I guess we can't even call them unorthodox anymore because they seem to be the norm for some of these teams nowadays. I guess, I mean, he had so much money maybe that he just decided, heck, we'll give it a try to get a bomb plant. And of course, it doesn't really ruin anything because since they got the bomb plant, though they have to eco this round, which they normally would have maybe anyway, they'll still be able to buy next round as expected, you know? So it wasn't really that crazy as far as money goes. But we do see NiP executing some smokes here on outer there once again, trying to block things off, maybe try to sneak in a bomb plant yet again like I did last time. But so far, Pasha shutting that down, so he'll get the entry on the friberg. But Get Right with that CZ takes Pasha down, but Taz responds with 2 of his own. Get Right did find an M4, tries to be sneaky. Yeah.
I thought he was through and clear there with that M4, but the call was made. byali was aware, takes him down, and VP get one more round. And they will get guns out on the NiP side this time. But it's getting grim. It's getting late in the night. It's getting late in the match. It's getting early in the morning in Europe. Thank you for joining us, for everyone from over there.
It's about
great. And
what? So it's about what 8 in the morning CEST.
I don't even know what time zone I'm in anymore, so I can't do that math.
I think it's almost 8 a.m. CEST for most Europeans. So it's not too early in the morning, but pretty early in the morning. Especially if you've been staying up late watching the earlier matches. As you see NiP forcing their way through Ivy right now.
What a shot by friberg.
Yeah, he did get that, but Pasha responds right back, and so VP are so far holding on pretty well here on the CT side. Force of Fifflaren, even it back up to a 2 versus 2. The bomb is going to be planted at the A bomb site. Pasha and Snax will meet up inside the Z connector to try to push the retake, but Forrest gets the shot, and so now it's all up to Pasha with the silenced M4. I think he spotted Forrest. Forrest has no idea. Forrest gives a free fight to Pasha. Pasha now finds himself in a 1 versus 1. It is going to be up against Xizt, who's going to be over there at the ladder room. Pasha will smoke the bomb. He'll stick it. Let's switch to Fifflaren. Will he be able to come out in time? Will he be able to spread through the smoke? Oh, he's just spraying a little bit too far to the right. It was so close, but it will, in fact, be...
You can see the big man on camera right there. Pasha is playing with the most amount of confidence of anyone I've seen at this tournament yet. He is absolutely just asserting all force on entries and just shows it right there. Says, I'm just going to smoke and hold. No problem.
Yeah, I mean, Fifflaren, if he would have aimed a bit more to the left, and that's the thing, like, you know, that was no mistake the way he positioned himself during that defuse. He didn't want to get in the center of the smoke. He put it a little bit further out so he could be at, like, a heavy side of it, you know? Because most people are going to span the middle of the smoke and give yourself the best likelihood of catching something. So that was a well-placed smoke and just well-played. I mean, absolutely through and through. Good 1v1.
Absolutely. Pasha firing through the smoke, trying to find Get Right. Nothing to come of that at all. So he'll fall back and reposition himself and wait for that smoke to dissipate. Actually, he's going to continue just spamming. So that A1 silence, trying to find something. Bomb is in the hands right now. Currently, actually, it's just dropped down. I can take that back at top of the ladder room, so they can rotate back either direction. As Snax boosted up here inside B, waiting for something to come out below him. Nothing coming at all. Interesting match. Pardon me, interesting round. Lots of grenades, lots of distractions, but no commitment either way. Yeah, this boost is brilliant. It is a really good position.
Rough. It's a rough ride if NiP goes in or on that.
And they haven't decided yet what they want to do because nothing has happened either side for anyone. In fact, HP's looking pretty even. Fifflaren down to 55. Finally, they're going to go through ladder and try and execute on inner right now. As you see Pasha just down below the ladder on the T side. Taz is going to get the first frag on Fifflaren. And that's pretty much it. There's still only 21 seconds remaining on the clock. Pasha goes down to extinct. Good play by him. Snax trying to rotate. Forrest is going to get another one. And Get Right coming in on top of the site. Will find Neo. Nice shot there as he tries to find byali as well, who is inside the back of A3 right now. trying to spot out anyone. Snax gets one on the rotation. That's going to make it a 3v2. Bomb continues to tick. NiP has the slight upper hand, and GetRight spots up on byali, but doesn't close out. But Xizt will take down Snax, so byali will find himself suddenly all by himself, forced closing it out, and it will be another round going to NiP. In fact, their second round was half.
Yeah, that was really good to win that round right there. It forces VP to eco, and not only that, but you keep your team in striking distance of the comeback. I mean, had they have lost that round, VP would still have guns. It'd be 12-8, and VP would start to kind of, you know, build their lead and really start creeping into a good position to close out the map. So that's really a huge key round there for NiP to get that. Like I said, they forced the eco out of VP, but now they need to make sure that they don't let this one slide somehow.
Oh, watch Taz.
Yeah, getting pretty aggro here at the ladder, but the pop flash's gonna come down. Oh, he was blinder than Ray Charles with sunglasses on inside of the closet. You know what I mean? Just there's no light there.
Oh, byali almost gets a double, though. No, Xizt does actually close out on him, but man, he did some good damage there against NiP. And he looks now to come inside the site. Does GetRight coming out from the back of the main train here. Takes down one. No, actually, he didn't connect on either of those. He did finally take down Neo. Forrest actually came out with a double there as Pasha, the last man to fall, and we are in another 1-point situation. NiP looks pretty strong on terrorists. Whether they wait or they go in early, they've had pretty good success on both mindsets, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, both teams have had success on T-side so far. This is a key round, though. Is NiP going to tie it up 11-all? Or, as you can see, VP went entirely for broke. How many other players have $0 now? Tab up? 3 of them. $0. So this is definitely a really, really key round. Snax tries to once again get in that boosted spot at enter, but misses the jump. So he's just going to go ahead and back off into the bomb train. Meanwhile, NiP is going to be executing outer, and it's going to be quick as they're rushing through hell with that smoke up on the Ivy. friberg searching everything, slips its way into the site, grabs byali, grabs one, wow. friberg with another, and NiP is just collapsing on this outer and just taking everyone with them. Snax secures one frag, but now he's going to be forced to fall back, as Pasha will just try to save this M4 towards Ivy, but he's going to run into GetRight, who's going to try to prevent that save. He will not. Pasha holds on to it, but there will be more trying to give chase, I believe, here. Either way, the round certainly will go to the Ninjas in Pajamas. They will secure the 11-11 tie. And so this game is getting, once again, very close. Like the last one went to 16-14. Now we have this one at 11-11. And there's a lot to play for here. Let's think about this. Whoever loses this goes out at 5th, 6th place. That is not where you want to be after taking such a long travel here.
Pasha, despite doing a great effort to stay alive, does lose the gun to the bomb blast. And that's unfortunate for him. Not able to hold on to that M4. 5 AKs out now already for NiP. Going against another pistol round for VP, trying to hold on to that lead, maintain it. They've already fallen down. It's 11-11, and the Ninjas in Pajamas, like I said, are doing a fantastic job executing. And it has been more, like I said, with the United 5 reference, based on smokes and flashes on A, a lot less B aggression. As you can see, though, Taz getting very aggressive, coming all the way up the ramp. GetRight's going to get the first frag onto Snax, but Taz still just lurking, trying to find one more. He's going to fall back.
Yeah.
And that means it's basically a reset for the defenders.
Yeah, it's an eco round for VP, so it's looking pretty good. Like NiP will go ahead and extend the lead 12-11 here, but Taz sneaking up with the 250, grabs one, but if he could have gotten that second frag on the Fifflaren, this round could have been turned upside down, but luckily NiP recovers and catches him before he can continue the pain. As byali now, oh man, if he sneaks in, go back to byali. If he can get behind this.
Oh,
he does get it anyway.
Shot.
Yeah.
I thought he was a little bit overexuberant there, a little overzealous.
It's
Took
an
the
AK
shot
too.
early.
GetRight at low HP. He's just running through. Oh,
yeah,
but Forrest snicked around the other way. And so now it's all up to Pasha. And so that is probably going to be the round unless Pasha comes up with something huge with the CZ here. He does hear GetRight in the inner bomb site, but he's just kind of hiding it out for now, waiting to see if he can get an opportunity to do something sneaky, and he might be able to do it to Fifflaren as he's playing. But GetRight's waiting for it until it's 12-11 NiP. Just to give you an update, iBuyPower did win the upper bracket final 2-0, so they are now through to the grand final. So basically it's like this. Whoever wins this match will go on to play Navi, and then the winner of that will go on to play Complexity in the lower bracket final, and the winner of that, of course, will challenge iBuyPower for the grand final. So iBuyPower is going to try to defend their title at this event, it looks like.
Fantastic. Good for them. And I mean, that's even more of a grudge match this year, given all the roster changes and the swapping. So, but that's another matter. This is very important right now because the loser of this match, or this series rather, could be going home. And if NiP loses this map, they're getting an early exit from this tournament. And that is not at all what they came here to play for. As this round just slowly unfolding, not a lot of aggression, but lots of fire and distraction. byali looking to go one-on-one here with Get Right at Ivy. Pasha's typically the one that's been playing in that position, but they just changed things up a little bit this round and trying to search the focus elsewhere. As the bomb's still up in the hands of friberg, back toward the spawn. Completely open to any option they can find, but they've got to find one first, and so far that's been pretty tricky.
Yeah, this is such a crucial round for both teams. VP would love to tie this thing back up and try to work towards trying to win this series 2-0. NiP, of course, wants to force that map number 3 on Cash, and they would start working towards that with another win here, as they once again are looking to maybe execute this outer bomb site. Some smokes and flashes coming in as Forrest and company are splitting ladder and T-connector. Smokes up everywhere. There's a small gap that Taz is trying to fit some shots through. byali does pick up one frag. Taz is trying to line some people up. He does try, but friberg and Fifflaren get the frags. Fifflaren with another, and now it's all up to snax, who is in a 1-on-4, and it is not looking good. He's just going to have to fall back and try to hold on to this M4, and NiP will extend that lead to 13-11. And man, oh man, NiP, with each round as they pass, they are looking stronger and stronger and looking like they may, in fact, be able to pull it to map number 3, which would be Cash, as snax trying to see what he can do here. He does get an early pick there onto one trying to chase him down. Now he'll just sit at Z, see if he can hold on any longer, as friberg's throwing some shots at him. They know he's in this corner, but he gets that kill on the friberg as well, and now Get Right awaits in inner, and he will shoot snax in the back. So no save there for VP, but at least snax did a little bit of damage, I guess. Got a couple of guns down, but it is still NiP ahead 13-11, and VP is forced with a decision to either buy all they can now or save and contend later to prevent NiP from getting to that match point. And this is the smart choice. Just get some upgraded pistols. Give yourself somewhat of a chance, but make sure you got that money to contend when it really matters next round.
Get Right still leads the way in this map for fraggers. He's on 26, Forrest on 22, and those two have been converging very well to shut down VP on train. snax is going to try and get aggressive, push all the way up upper right now. He's the only one in there actually at inner, but byali's down below the ladder, but they're watching that pretty closely. You can just see Fifflaren directly above, staring at it, in fact, and he's going to just lob an aid down there as well, say, yeah, we know what you're up to. Don't even bother trying it. And in fact, it looks like he's not. He'll sit comfortably where he is. As now, actually, joining in on the party, Neo's going to creep up, interestingly enough, into inner. And with NiP sort of falling back a little bit, you never know, he might be able to catch one on their way out. No, he's actually going to fall all the way back. So it will be an inner push very slowly. Forrest and Get Right working around in that position, and oddly enough, Ivy wide open.
So we had a little bit of aggression there from Pasha inside T-connector. He's going to get some information, but he's just going to fall back now into the outer bomb site here. Going to be in hell, where he'll meet up with Get Right. And as Forrest over there trying to work this crossfire, Pasha gets caught. Neo gets caught. Get Right just flicking around with that AK, doing work right now. Taz trying to sneak his way in there and get something done. But Fifflaren is going to go ahead and help out with friberg to fend all that off. And so now it's just snax once again. Similar boat as last time, and it looks like NiP will go ahead and get that 14-11 scoreline. From there, I mean, VP's going to buy next round, and that's really going to be what determines where this map goes. I mean, if NiP wins the round after this, it's probably a match.
Yep, so snax gets one exit on Forrest. That's CZ75, but Get Right again on the back door is going to look for him to exit out of Z. Not going to find it. At this point, it's just insult to injury. He's not saving anything other than a pistol, but he could insult NiP quite heavily as he takes down one more in friberg before Xizt says, that's enough fun and games. Let's get on with this. We want to move on to map number 3. We want to take this all the way. I don't know if you can quite call these guys arch nemesis, but they've played each other enough that this definitely means more than just ESEA to them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They've been rivals, like I said, since Katowice when VP beat them there, and since they've gone since
Look
then.
at the setup, by the way. snax and Neo taking a page out of the NiP playbook.
Oh,
Going to go with the double auto sniper setup, one of which is heading inside, and the other already at mid.
Yeah.
Pasha also with an off as well.
This is one way to try to turn things around, is by changing up the way you're playing. And so having the 2 auto snipers and 1 opper instead of 2 oppers and 1 auto sniper like NiP did, it's still, you know, similar. Having 3 snipers on the map this is going to force a
Both
little
of them are at B right now, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's shock factor value. NiP wasn't expecting this, and so now, while they had to react to it immediately now and try to win this round, but not only that, they have to take into consideration for the rest of the half on how to play out their strats.
Neo, still the man that's watching exactly what they're doing, trying to find the cross. Fifflaren's finally going to smoke him off and see if they can come up with anything to try and get inside either B or A as the bomb sits at the top of the ladder. Again, both auto snipers are sitting inside right now, watching every move that NiP makes in that direction. Forrest the only one down and out, so it's early advantage here for VP in this round. 40 seconds remain, so early, pardon me, a commitment needs to come in at some point from NiP, and they still wait passively. And VP is starting to rotate off of B, interestingly enough. As you can see, it's actually Neo that's gotten into Z connector, and snax all the way back on the backside of the site. Finally, NiP looks like they are going to commit and try and commit. Neo's there, though. He can just see over top of the smoke. No! Oh, what a shot by Xizt is going to take him down after friberg did pretty good, but just like that, the snax gets a double, one with a Pokeball, one with an auto sniper.
That's 3.
That is 3. And then another shot again. So snax does a beautiful job holding down B, and it's 14-12.
All right, here's the next
for
thing.
NiP.
So since you've used Pokeball 3 times today instead of your allotted 1,
Professor Oak.
you owe me a couple of drinks, and for every time you do it again, it's another one.
All right.
Fair?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, let's get back to serious matters, which is this match, which is getting super heated at this point.
Can I serve it to you in a Pokeball?
That's another drink. Anyway, so we need to get focused back up because this thing is just going so back and forth now. It's really hard to tell where we sit, but ever since we saw VP pull out the snipers in that last round, they were able to secure it, and they're looking poised to try to keep pressing it. Can we see another 16-14 win? Are we going to see overtime? Are we going to see a map 3? There's so much on the line in these next couple of rounds, and so far,
nice shot.
Yeah, we have an equal trade, though, and the bomb's actually been planted in all these smokes, so VP trying to see if they can retake. Can NiP push this to game point? As we do see Neo working around with this auto sniper, trying to run in. He's going to throw a smoke on the bomb, and he may just... Is this real? No, he fakes it. He's trying to draw out some peeks, and he does. And look at him go. He gets 2 frags. It's now a 2-on-2. Get right and Forrest versus Pasha and Neo. Pasha with an op headshot up close on the Forrest. Now it's up to Get Right. Can he make it happen? He comes around. He gets Pasha. Can he get Neo through the smoke? Yes, he does.
My goodness.
What a play from Get Right there.
The slump is over, guys. Get Right is absolutely on it right now. And how appropriate that Pasha, who's been playing amazing, as is byali, is sitting close to the camera, as is Get Right. So you're really seeing inside the minds of the 2 players that are swaying this this matchup. That said, snax.
That's it. I mean, I really do think after a play like that we are going to likely see a map 3.
Map
and
number
as you
3
can
on
see,
Cash, which would be very interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
NiP has played it in this tournament. I'm not sure if Virtus.Pro has, but NiP's won both times. They did play it. Okay. I was casting earlier while they were playing, so I didn't actually get to see all of the details. Nonetheless, it's going to get tense. It's going to get very, very emotional for some of these teams, and keeping those emotions in check and playing smart is going to be the name of the game. Neo's going to get flashed out. He tries to run away and get in behind the electrical box. As for Fifflaren, will try and hunt him down. Again, they are on the save. byali, it's a forced buy, obviously, on match point, but he's on the save in particular as he just has that 5.7 pistol, and he will try and work back up the ladder.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. This is Virtus.Pro needing to win out 3 in a row to force an overtime and try to prevent a map 3 at the same time. NiP looking to press it to that. Of course, NiP has had success on Cash in this tournament against Complexity, so at least we have something there for NiP to maybe show something. But we'll just have to see what happens here as we do see NiP gathering up here at the IV. byali spots it, smokes it up, flashes it, tries to fall back to safety to get up with his teammates to try to defend what could be the last round of this half as we do see NiP storming through the back hall. Forrest leads the charge, headshot on the byali, and here comes NiP just taking all the frags. And there's one CT hiding it out in CT spawn. That snax, he takes out Forrest. Now it's a 2-on-3. Bomb banded at inner.
Taz in good position coming out of Z, and it is a 2-on-2. They are close enough to the bomb site that they weren't in such a position that they won't be able, actually, pardon me, Get Right still alive with 2 HP. Xizt going to take down Taz, so it's all on snax to try and claw back into this. He's been playing great in the last couple of rounds. In fact, he now leads the frags for VP, and he's going to have to continue to be amazing. Get Right gets him with only 2 HP, and there it is. Map number 2 goes the way of NiP. We will see Cash, and we will see the 2 top European teams at this tournament. Pardon me, I guess Navi's already through, but I mean, in my opinion, the 2